Pakistan has codified some of the world's most draconian anti-blasphemy laws, which can carry a life sentence or the death penalty. While there have been no official executions for blasphemy, extremists have frequently murdered the accused, before, during, or after adjudication, even after an acquittal. A vastly disproportionate number of cases involve the Ahmadi Christian minorities, who are particularly vulnerable since, in blasphemy cases, their testimonies count for less than that of Muslims. Mobs, whipped into hysteria by blasphemy accusations broadcast from mosques, have assaulted, typically with impunity, the accused, their families, and their co-religionists, attacking houses of worship, homes, and destroying entire villages. In Punjab in 2009, after an unfounded assertion that the Quran had been desecrated, at least 7 Christians were burned alive and over 50 houses torched. Reports indicated that groups linked to Al-Qaeda were involved. Muslim reformers were also targeted and silenced. Author Yunus Sheikh was sentenced to life in prison for deviating from the teachings of the Quran by criticising the act of stoning for adultery. Whilst campaigners have called for the rescinding of blasphemy laws, public opinion and entrenched extremism prevents them from acting. So, after the separation from Bangladesh in the 1970s, the Pakistani Prime Minister strengthened ties with the Gulf states in an attempt to boost trade prospects. He eventually outlawed gambling, nightclubs, and alcohol. He planned to implement Sharia but was hanged on murder charges in 1979. His deposition was led by General Zia-ul-Haq. It was under Zia that Pakistan's notorious blasphemy laws were introduced. Until then, the penal code had only criminalised the injuring or defiling of a place of worship, with the intent to insult the religion of any class. Section 298A was added in 1980. It stipulates, whoever by word, either spoken or written, or by visible representation, or by any innuendo or insinuation, directly or indirectly defiles the sacred name of any wife, or members of the family of the Holy Prophet, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term, which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or both. Sections 295B and C are specifically directed against Ahmadis. Section 295B, added in 1982, requires whoever wishfully defiles, damages, or desecrates a copy of the Holy Quran, or of an extract therefrom, or uses it in any derogatory manner, or for any unlawful purpose, shall be punishable with imprisonment for life. Section 295C was added in 1986. It requires whoever by words, either spoken or written, or by visible representation, or by any imputation, innuendo, or insinuation, directly or indirectly defiles the sacred name of the Holy Prophet, shall be punished with death or imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine. The stakes were up to 1990 when the Federal Shariat Court ruled. The penalty for contempt of the Holy Prophet is death and nothing else. In principle, this is not binding, but the government have not yet amended the law, which means that the provision for a life sentence still formally exists. In Pakistan, as in other countries with blasphemy laws, people can in practice be charged with any range of vague offences, such as damaging religious feelings. Rules of evidence are commonly violated, and the laws are frequently used to settle private disputes, grudges, and vendettas. During blasphemy hearings, religious extremists often pack courthouses and threaten the accused, especially if there is the possibility of an acquittal. To make matters worse, in a vicious ratchet effect, those who question the blasphemy laws can then themselves be accused of questioning Islam, thus becoming suspects under the very law that they have challenged. Ill-defined blasphemy laws are utilised in a plethora of contexts, against Muslims and non-Muslims.